Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. I'm going to get as much crochet done this week as I possibly can. I'll take you through my entire creation process. I'll probably also do some other little craft projects or take you along with some other little things because there's only so much crochet a girl can do in a day before she gets a little bit tired of it. Last night I started up on a brand new piece. I was not planning on showing this, so let's not talk about like the sketching or the bad spelling, but here is the little top I want to make. And the center sort of torso portion is all going to be this cream color. And then I'm going to do ombre, either like brown, blue, or purple. I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to do multicolor ombre, like mesh bell type sleeves. So right now I'm just working on the torso body portion of the shirt. I have this top part completed here, and I am using a waistcoat stitch, which is a stitch that takes a long time to do. But the thing I like about the waistcoat stitch is it's super dense, so not only will it be warmer for the fall and winter season, but also it is not see-through at all. So this project's gonna take me a while. I'm using this cream yarn, and it was a lot thinner than what I wanted, but I really love the color. So I ended up doubling it up, and I'm using 2 strands of yarn at the same time. And I think I'm just gonna spend the next few hours just working on this and seeing how much further I can get. That's my stitch marker saying we finally made it to another row. We're gonna just acknowledge those small achievements. Another row done. Good. I did a lot of crocheting last night. This is a lot of progress for how long this stitch takes to put in. Before we get too excited about this progress, I am very seriously considering frogging this. As much as I adore the waistcoat stitch and the way that looks, because I post all of these as crochet tutorials here on this channel, I don't think it's very practical for me to ask everyone else to do the waistcoat stitch, because not only is it quite a time-consuming stitch, as you have seen, I've gotten only this much done, and I've been working on it for hours at this point, but it also is very unforgiving. It makes a very dense fabric, and it's just not practical, especially for beginners to work with and try to figure out the proper measurements. Here I did a little baby swatch of the single crochet to see if I would like that or not. I think this is the more practical route to go, so I'm gonna go ahead and frog all of this and redo it in single crochet. That is one part of designing crochet patterns for you guys, is that every single piece that you see on my YouTube channel, there's a good chance that I frogged it at least once before you've actually seen it. Today I'm going to focus mostly on editing. I've got a lot of editing to get done. I've got a couple reels or TikToks need to edit together, and then I also have a YouTube video, a crochet tutorial that I filmed last week that I want to edit. I still need to get some B-roll for that, so I need to put on the piece and just film myself wearing it for a little bit, and then I'll just continue working on my current crochet project as much as I can today. Here is all of the yarn that I just finished frogging. We've got quite the pile going on here. And now I'm just going to redo all of that in single crochet, which should go a lot faster. Here is the piece that I had just finished making a tutorial for. I went ahead and blocked it about 2 days ago. Okay, so I'm just taking all of the pins out quickly. It is still the very slightest bit damp, and if I was being really good about this, I would let it dry for another day or two, but I need to get this video out, so we're just gonna pull it early. It is dry enough that I am confident the blocking will stay. Here's the little poncho. It looks adorable. It fits great. Blocking it definitely made a big difference. It fits me so much better than it did when I first made it. Got a bunch of jewelry on, a couple rings, this homemade Psalms bracelet, which is the verse that says, "This is the day the Lord has made, let us rejoice and be glad in it." Got a few necklaces, and I stole my mom's shoes. There is the finished outfit, and now I'm gonna go outside and film a little bit of B-roll so I can put that into my video. I really want to film in front of that pine tree there, so I think I'm gonna try to cut my way through all of this shrubbery and get to that pine tree to film. Okay, we made it to the pine tree. Now I can get a little bit of B-roll. like that. I think this is slowly and surely just turning into a handstand video. Raspberries. Delicious. Pretty. I never know how to show off nails in the way that they look nice. I also don't know how I ended up painting my nails. I'm working on my crochet project and I like blinked and all of a sudden my nails were painted. So I really don't know how I ended up in this situation, but there they are. And they're like a metallic pink and they're pretty. So I'm not complaining. Here's a little progress update, and we now have this much completed. This is like a wearable like tube top type situation, but I do want this to be a full shirt. So I already started up on skein number 2. I finished the first skein, so now we're on to the second ones. If I can get the sleeves started today, even if they're not completed, I'll be very happy. And now I have a big old knot in my yarn here that I need to pause and figure out quickly. I decided to get out of the house quickly and I'm sitting outside of a Goodwill right now because I'm gonna go thrift shopping. I'm here for just one thing, and that is my Halloween costume. Halloween is like a month-ish away. I absolutely adore thrift shopping and crafting, so I am making my own costume this year, as I do every single year. That was very successful. Every time I go to a thrift store, I kind of lose my mind a little bit and I start to look at a few too many options, but I found all the pieces I need for my costume, which I don't think I remembered to tell you what I was even wearing. Wait, let me make sure my door's locked. Okay, we're good. So I'm going to be Padme Amidala, specifically the white costume from episode 2 when she's in the arena. I already pretty much found everything. I've got this white long sleeve top, and then of course I'm gonna chop the sleeve, chop the stomach, put like a slash in the back. And then I've got this pair of pants. I found these shoes. Like, this sort of pattern is so Star Wars to me. And then I did end up going to the clearance rack and I did find some stuff. We've got this little like starry long sleeve, and then I've got this one which is like that early 2000s like Twilight type fit, which is my favorite kind of long sleeve shirt. I've got this like tie-dye, what is it, Dora County? Wisconsin Dells hoodie. I love me a good tie-dye and I needed more hoodies, more like just cozy clothes, so we got that as well. Now I have to quickly swing over to the grocery store because I'm gonna pick up some food for my mom, and then I think we're gonna go to a park, and by we I mean you and me. We're gonna go to a park and finish up our crochet until it gets dark out. We're getting there. We have made a lot of progress since I last checked in. I've been working on this pretty much all night. I mean, there were 2 distractions, one of which was just Pinterest, which fair enough, and the other one is when a stray cat just showed up to our door. I know, it's so cute. So that definitely took a bit of attention away from our project. Here is how far I got. I got the entire body portion, the torso portion completed. And I also added the start of the sleeves. This is just the start of the sleeve, and now I'm gonna continue it in a different color, which I have decided I'm gonna do this green because I think that's just really pretty together. This is actually a pair of shorts that I made for a different video, and they are adorable. I'm so proud of that pattern. I'm just never gonna wear these. They're really, really cute. I just don't like the kind of yarn I used for them. I also made them a little bit too short. The pattern is great. I'm not talking down the pattern. If you make one for yourself, they're great. I'm just not happy with this exact make of the pattern. So I'm just gonna go ahead and frog this. It's kind of sad. My heart is breaking a little bit, but in reality I'm never gonna wear it, so I'm gonna frog it, take the yarn, and make some really cool sleeves out of it instead. I am so excited to make these sleeves. They're gonna be such a fun, like, flowy 70s type sleeve. This is about to be my new favorite project I've ever made, if it works out. I already filmed myself showing you the sleeve I just crocheted, but I was a little bit too slap happy about how perfectly it turned out. I could literally like scream out of joy right now. This is my favorite thing I have ever designed. Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna try to film it now, and I'm a little more calm. It took a couple tries, but we finally have the first sleeve finished, and you see it's got like that bell sleeve pattern, which is awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and whip out the other sleeve, and then we'll go ahead and put all the little finishing details on. We are here at Joann's to do some yarn shopping. I got distracted. Look at how pretty these charms are. These are so cool. So I got the yarn, and I completely changed my color palette. My original plan was I was gonna do like a tan, like a brown tan, and then I was gonna have just light blue, almost ombre blue sleeves. There was so many colors to pick from in there. None of the colors I actually really liked. There was just a lot to choose from, and so I kind of just went based off of what was on sale to help narrow down what my picks were gonna be. There weren't like any brown yarn on sale, so instead, and I'm not sure how I feel about this, but just stick with me here. Instead, I'm going for a gray body or a gray torso of the shirt, and then this like rusty orange color for the sleeves. I thought that was very fall, very pretty. I had two of these gray ones in my hand. I had this one and one that was just a little bit of a warmer gray, like the smallest difference. And I was standing there for so long, like switching up and like this gray or this gray or this gray with this color. And then someone was in the aisle with me, and finally I was like, can you just tell me which gray? So she was very sweet. It was another customer, and we both looked for a while. We were like, this gray or that gray, this gray or that gray, and we narrowed it down to doing this gray. We'll see how it turns out. I do feel pretty good about this color. Now that I'm seeing it on camera, I do feel pretty good about this. I think it's gonna turn out great. But now we have some great motivation to get the first shirt done, so then I can start up on the second one and get the tutorial filmed for you guys. Okay, here's where we're at. I've been crocheting for a hot minute now. So here's the shirt. It's looking cute. It's coming together. I reworked the collar a couple times to try to get it the way I wanted to. These sleeves here, I feel like they just keep trying to slip down off my shoulder, and I want them to sit more like here so I can have that perfect box neckline, because I think that's really flattering with this top. I just need to take out 10 rows all the way around. I need to take that out and redo it. My only other thing with this shirt is I can't breathe in it. I accidentally made this portion like 3 stitches too small. It just barely feels like it's kind of compressing, like I can't take a full breath in it, which is not a great feeling. And I keep standing here wearing this shirt and being like, do I need to take this all apart and redo it? So we're gonna take it all apart and redo it. I want to make it in a way that I'm going to actually wear it again and again and again. So it needs to be perfectly comfortable, and it needs to look perfect. As much as it is like frustrating to have to take it all apart and redo it, I am very excited about what it's going to look like once we have put it all back together again. Hello, it has been a little bit since we've last talked. I'm currently eating a handful of green beans from our garden, drinking some cold kombucha, having a grand old time. Last time we talked, what was happening? I was taking apart the shirt. So I have now taken the entire thing apart. The next day I was out of the house almost all day. I didn't crochet at all, but then when I got home it was kind of late, but I decided I would just get a little bit of crocheting done. So I put on Folklore and Evermore by Taylor Swift and just started crocheting. And this music put me in such a trance that by the time I looked up for my crochet, I started at like 10 o'clock. It was already 2 or 3 in the morning. So I was crocheting for hours, but we got progress done. Here is where we're at. I did all of this last night. We're almost completed there. We're like a little more than halfway done. I really want to show off my cute little outfit today without having to say, look at my cute little outfit, because I don't know how to work that into this video. So I'm just gonna stand here, and if you happen to acknowledge that I have a really cute little sitting at home, chilling in the house outfit with really cool homemade jewelry on, if you happen to acknowledge that, I won't stop you. Here is the completed panel, so now I'm just going to put this together like so, and then I'm just going to slip stitch all the way up both sides to close it and turn it into one just tube top. Hello, I look absolutely insane today, but I'm at a Walmart, so honestly, it's fine. I took a break from crocheting. We're almost done with the first sleeve. I need to get a crochet hook because I do not have a 5mm crochet hook, and I've always been using like the 4.25 or the 5.25, which are fine, but I want to get that exact 5mm hook. And then I'm going to look at their styluses, see what they have to offer, because I've been starting to do more designs on my phone, like drawing out the patterns before I make them, and also for thumbnails. It would just be a lot easier to have a stylus to use on my phone. So here we are at Walmart in like essentially pajamas to buy a crochet hook. Look at how pretty this is. Oh my goodness. And this blue. I need to remember this and come back for these. I ended up not finding the stylus I wanted, so I went over to Target. I ended up just buying these. If they aren't great, I can return them. And then at Walmart, I did get a crochet hook, and it has one of those little silicone handles. I've never used a crochet hook with an actual handle before, so we're gonna see how that goes. I also took a second to peek at the yarn at Walmart. They don't have a ton of options. The color palettes they do have are so pretty. First sleeve is completed. This is also what the body of the shirt is looking like. It fits a lot better, and I actually feel like I can breathe in this top. Doing the crochet this way, you can see it's a little bit more of like a rib almost crochet, and it just has that good stretch where you can breathe and function in it more, which you want to be able to actually move in your clothes. Anyways, here's the first sleeve completed, and I'm gonna go ahead and whip out the second sleeve. Here is our little like daily check-in. Second sleeve is done. Now all I have left to do is the collar portion, because at this point the sleeves are not staying up on their own. I need to add more collar to hold them in place. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rows for the collar, and then I think that'll be it. After the last time I talked to you, I really just got super dedicated to finishing this project, and I crocheted like crazy until the entire shirt was completed. I didn't cast off right away because I wasn't sure if I was 100% happy with it, so I just left it to the side. I didn't want to overanalyze it, and I went ahead and got started on the next shirt. And this is the shirt I was doing for the tutorial, so I filmed some tutorial portions, and then I just focused on getting that one big panel completely done. That's the part that takes the longest in this project. So I just kept my head down and I just kept crocheting like crazy. I got that panel done in about a day and a half. I finished it while I was visiting my aunt and my grandma, which was really nice. And then the next day, I worked on the sleeve portion of the shirt. But then after that, I went back to my original shirt and I wove in all of the loose ends. And so that was then a completed shirt. Here is the finished top with all of the little adjustments finally added. It's looking absolutely perfect. I'm now gonna go ahead and block it just to get some crisper edges and to get the stitches a little bit more even. My wet blocking process is definitely not the perfect method, so I just soak my project in a bucket of water for at least 20 minutes, especially if I'm using 100% acrylic yarn like I was today. So then I will lay it out flat on a towel and roll that towel up really tight, pressing down on the towel to help get any excess water out of the piece. Typically, I will block my pieces indoors so that way they can dry over the series of 2 or 3 days. But today was a gorgeous, sunny, warm fall day, and I'm really hopeful that if I block it outside, I can get it to dry in just 1 day. So I laid out my 2 towels in the grass, and then I laid out my piece, spreading the sleeves out, and then I just went ahead and pinned my project to the towels and to the ground, especially focusing on that collar portion. That's where all those crisp edges is in that square collar, and I wanted to make sure the edges came out just really crisp and defined. So I spent a lot of time just making sure I really liked the way it looked and pinning it up perfectly. Once I got all of the pins in place, I'm now just letting that sit there for a few hours. Hopefully it'll dry by the end of today. While I'm waiting for that, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the actual sleeves for our next shirt. Here's the progress I've got on the first sleeve so far, and I'm hoping to get both sleeves, possibly even the entire collar, done today. I'm already starting to draw up the sketches for my next project, which is going to be such an exciting project if I can figure it out. It's a really kind of beyond my skill set, so I have to learn a lot of new skills for it, and I think I might do another vlog like this of me learning those skills and figuring out how I want to make this piece. If you would like to see more of my creative process, the behind the scenes of these creations, I would love to share those with you. So let me know if you want to see more of these. The first sleeve is done, looking awesome as always. Different day, same hoodie, so it might get confusing, but different day. Yesterday, we blocked the shirt. It did not fully dry by the time it got dark outside, so I just put a towel on top of it to try to help it from getting that morning dew. And I did put some bricks on it to keep it from blowing away, but it was so windy last night. It even is still really windy today, and I'm a little bit worried that my project is not okay, even though I did put rocks on the towel. So I'm gonna go check it quickly, and hopefully it's dry enough that we can unpin it and bring it inside. Okay, good. It's still there. I am playing a serious game of yarn chicken right now because this is the second sleeve. This is how far we got, and I still need to do another 22 rows with increases, so it's gonna start taking up even more yarn. And this is how much yarn we have left. Something tells me we're gonna run out. Okay, so I ran out of yarn, and I guess now we're doing a quick side quest to go over to Joann's. That is my favorite thing about living in the Midwest that I have not experienced anywhere else. I'm pretty sure in the South it's a thing too, but everyone's just so smiley. It's just common courtesy that when you lock eyes with someone through a car window that you smile. If you pass someone while you're walking, you're supposed to say hello, sometimes even start small talk. I like it. It keeps the community alive. Okay. I'm at Joann's now, and we're gonna get some yarn. We got the yarn, case in point. I have to put the rest of the collar on, which is why the sleeves are still falling down, but second sleeve is done, looking wonderful. Here is where we're at. I think I just finished doing enough rows for the collar, so I think it's done, but we're gonna try it on quickly. There's the collar. I can't believe 2 weeks later we're here. We're finally here. We have 2 completed shirts and they look incredible. I honestly want to make a million more of these in all the possible color combinations I could ever make them in. Now I just have to film the outro portion of the tutorial, and then we have to weave in all of these loose ends. morning. We are on to our very last day of this video. Am I wearing the same thing I wore when I started this video? I think I am. That's kind of fun. Full circle moment. So we are done crocheting for this video. It's finally completed. I already showed you both finished shirts. And now the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to style an outfit with both of these, and then we're going to get some footage and some photos in it for my Instagram and for YouTube videos. So then you can see a proper 360 of what the shirts look like. So we're going to start with the first shirt we made, which was this white and green one, and I'm going to put together a little outfit with this. Here is the full outfit. I'm realizing after we wet blocked it, the sleeves stretched a lot. So they used to be here, kind of like right at my wrist. And now they're all the way down there. So I might take out a couple rows, we'll see. But it looks fabulous. I was not able to get a good, just basic shot of the shirt for my thumbnail. I need just like a clean shot of the shirt. That way I can take the picture and I can erase all the background and just have the shirt that I can like move around and make a thumbnail out of, if that makes sense. I'm gonna get a couple of shots of just the shirt. Why is it just like a universal girl thing that whenever you put your hair up just quick to do something, it looks like the most stunning, ready to go to like a royal ball type of updo, and then when you try to put it up, it looks like a little rat on your head. Okay, second shirt is on. Now we're gonna go get some footage of this one. I wish I could think of more ways to express how much I adore this pattern without just constantly saying that it's perfect. Astounding, surprising, bewildering, stunning, staggering, shocking, incredible, unbelievable, breathtaking, mind-boggling. That'll do it. This is a mind-boggling pattern. If you haven't seen it yet, I did post a tutorial for this pattern a few days before I posted this video, so it is already up on my channel. I will also link it down below in the description of this video. I think I'm gonna leave you here because we have now completed the entire project, and I am sure I'll be back because I'm already getting inspired to make more videos like this. I had such a fun time making this video. So if you also enjoyed this video, then please comment down below that you liked it and you want to see more. That way I can know that I should continue to make more. I would love to hear your input on this video, and if you aren't already, please subscribe. I always appreciate all of your support. I can't wait to come back with more projects, more vlogs, just more everything crochet. Have a great week or couple of days until I post yet again. Goodbye.